Now, see, I find this interesting right here because depending on how long you've been with me, these are things I have been said about Terence Crawford. I've been said this. As cheap, as rugged, as messed up as Bob Arum is, this right here is correct. I told Terence Crawford a while ago what he needed to do to get the Spence fight. He need to old school it, okay? He need to old school it. He need to Clubber Lane it. He need to show up at your events. You gotta dog this man. You gotta let the world know that he's ducky. You gotta let the world know he's dodgy. Put pressure on him, and I guarantee you, you will run Spence right into your arms. Terence Crawford did that for about 2 days and let off the gas. Like I said, if you've been with me long enough, you know I've said this repeatedly over and over and over. I've also used Teofimo Lopez as an example of over and over and over. I told him, Teofimo Lopez just gave Terence Bud Crawford the blueprint. Teofimo Lopez just passed up Terence Crawford as far as the public eye and attention by doing what? Being boisterous. Terence Crawford is too lackadaisical. Terence Crawford has the personality. He needs to show it more. Terence Crawford needs to upload some videos to his YouTube. If people can't watch him fight 3 times a year, then guess what? We can at least see him on YouTube. I've said this stuff over and over and over to the point I just threw up my hand, and that's why I came up with a conclusion. Bud is content on the fact that he knows he's going to the Hall of Fame and he doesn't want to have to do anything more. This is the problem. This is why you can't blame Bob Arum. Bob Arum, we all know that Bob Arum favors European fighters. Bob Arum couldn't promote Vasily Lomachenko right. Okay? He couldn't promote him right. He wasn't popular. People didn't know who the hell Lomachenko was. Look, he wasn't able to bring Lomachenko up to no pay-per-view status, okay? And that's his favorite kind of fighter to promote. That should have let you know something right there. You have to do it the old school way. Teofimo Lopez just showed you that. And I said this over to the point, it's getting to the point where I'm tired of telling people, like, look, see, I've already said this months and months and months. You know what I'm saying? People think it's just me just bragging. I'm like, no, I really have said this 5, 6, 7, 10 times before any of these issues even come up. If you look at my track record, I've been consistent, and I have said he has to smoke out Errol Spence if he wants to fight him in his prime. Do the same thing that LDBC did to Anthony Joshua. Do the same thing that Teofimo Lopez did to Vasily Lomachenko. That's how you do it, Terence. Okay? And if you've been here for a while, pull the videos up for these guys so they can see I've already said this. So as fucked up as Bob is, he right about that. You got to take initiative because at this point in time, nobody in boxing knows how to promote these boxers or build a star. These guys doing it themselves. They didn't know how to do it when Floyd was doing it. Floyd did what he did that himself. Teofimo Lopez ripped the page out of his book and he did that himself. These guys really don't know how to promote you. And this is the thing. I don't understand how promoting boxers is so hard. It's actually fairly simple to me if you're willing to put some money in them. You know? I would pay to have my guy go on, just like they was doing in the beginning, the 106 and parts, the radio shows and stuff like that. I would pay that. I would make sure that they have a tight connection with the music scene, all that shit. Because I know your popularity, I know when you're popular in mainstream America because your name will end up in a rap. That's how I know. Okay? When Mike Tyson was the man, Mike Tyson's names end up in many a raps. Okay? When you are that star athlete, you know what I'm saying? Your names end up in raps. You know what I'm saying? Go around my neck like Michael Phelps. That's Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? I hit hard like Kimbo Slice. Once you're an athlete that is premier and known casually public, you end up in music. Okay? When David Beckham burst on scene, everybody was David Beckham. David Beckham. Who was the first person to put David Beckham's name in a rap? Lil' Kim. You know what I'm saying? I know how this goes. So I would connect these guys tightly together, make sure that they're singing with this crowd and open it up. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather walked out with Justin Bieber? Because it opens him to a different fan base. He inherits his fan base when he does that. When he goes out with Little Bieber and Little Wayne, he just updated himself to people who don't know him. That's why people don't want to say it, but Floyd game outside of the boxing ring was just as good as inside of the ring. His ploys and his tactics is something that people can follow today and still make gains. So yeah, this is my biggest thing with Terence Crawford. This is why I let off the gas at Terence Crawford, and I just accept that I'm not gonna get what I want from him, because what he needs to be, he don't seem like he wants to be, but he has the personality for it. You know, and I'm gonna get on that in another video, what it really takes to be a star, because the only person who could right now get close to inheriting what looks like the Mayweather throne at this point is Teofimo Lopez. And I'm gonna do a video and tell you why. But Bob Arum a snake and he ain't shit. But this part, he's not lying about. He's just finally now saying it because, you know, Terence Crawford took a dig at his reputation. So he just finally now said, but Terence Crawford should have been known this. Bo Mack should have been known this. His team around him should have been known this. Terence Crawford is an automatic star the moment he wants to put some elbow grease towards being looked at that way. The platform is ready to take off for him. All he has to do is give us that personality, that little Omaha, Nebraska mean streak, little mean dude that he got in him. Show that. Do a little upload, talk a little bit more, be a little bit outspoken, more voices, be something that we can touch more, something that we can connect more. And the ship is right there for Terence Crawford. The ship is right there for Terence Crawford. I mean, people like him that much that even while doing the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? Look how far he's got. Now imagine if he did what Teofimo Lopez did. Now he's breaking into a different tax bracket. But then again, that's just my opinion. Bruce Van, I'm out.